Good evening, Brian. It's Thursday, and you know what that means. Tonight it's time for another Thursday Top 5. So both of us have been getting more and more into cubing and twisty puzzles and the like lately, so I figured that this week's Thursday Top 5 would be the perfect time to talk about my top 5 favorite cubes. And my number 5 spot is the 7x7. I love the 7x7. It's a big cube, so you get all of the fun, extra complexity and steps and strategy needed to solve a big cube. The Shang-Shao 7x7 that I have is super smooth and awesome. The 7x7 is nice because it's large, so you get those extra steps when you're solving the centers and the edge grouplets, but it's not big enough that it takes forever. Like the 8x8 or the 9x9, and I'm sure even bigger ones, those can take a long time, whereas the 7x7 I can pick up and solve in a few minutes here or there. And so that's really nice to be able to get the big cube experience, but in a smaller, quicker package. Real quick honorable mention, I do really like the 6x6 a lot, and that almost made it into the number 5 spot, but I kind of like the 7x7 a little bit more just because it's a little bit bigger and so it has that extra complexity, plus you don't necessarily have the parity algorithm problems you can have with the 6x6. Plus, while I did say that this was specifically about puzzle types and not specific puzzles, none of my 6x6s I have are as good as the 7x7, so that sort of makes the 7x7 more fun for me. In the number 4 spot is the 3x3x5 cuboid. I love cuboid puzzles, and this one especially is kind of like the perfect cuboid puzzle. The construction's great, but specifically about the 3x3x5 shape, it's nice because you get all the neat things that a cuboid has, but the 3x3x5 can also change shapes because all the different layers are odd sizes. So while I have the 3x3x4, 3x3x2, the 3x3x6, the 3x3x7, whatever, this one is the coolest because it has those odd layer cubes, it can shapeshift when you're solving it. So not only do you get all the fun of solving a cuboid, but you also get the really cool visual aspect of having it shapeshift and having parts get bundled together. So that's really fun. My number 3 spot is the 5x5. I really like the 5x5. It's just a great, fun, simple, easy puzzle to get to. You know, it doesn't take very long. It takes me maybe 2 or 3 minutes, I think, to solve, possibly 4, but it's pretty quick. But it's bigger than a normal Rubik's Cube, so you get the added complexity aspects to it. The VCube 5, which is the first one I got, was one of my favorite puzzles, and that really showed me what good puzzles can be compared to the Rubik's Cube, and the 5x5 always just has a special place in my heart. It's fun, and it's nice. The number 2 spot is the 4x4. I realize you're probably sensing a pattern here. This one I really like. I've gotten to the point now where this is basically as complicated as solving a regular Rubik's Cube. It doesn't take me very long at all, comparatively speaking, but it's nice because it's all of the extra steps of pairing the center groups and then pairing the edge groups and then solving a 3x3. Plus you get unique parity aspects to it, so it definitely makes it interesting every time. I'm not sure what it is, but there's always been something about the 4x4 that I've really felt attached to. Even from my first landline 4x4 that wasn't very good initially. It's just, well, even actually the Rubik's Cube 4x4 before that, it's just a really nice puzzle and it's really fun, and I don't know, I really like it. The number 1 spot is probably kind of predictable, and it's the standard 3x3 puzzle. This is the puzzle that started it all, and there's just something quintessentially neat about the 3x3. It's pretty simple at this point now. I can solve it usually in around 40 seconds because I'm out of practice, but it's fun. You know, you can sit down and bust out an average of 12 really quick. It's still the iconic puzzle that everyone recognizes and everyone is familiar with, but it's a classic, wonderful puzzle, and it really set the stage for all of the wonderful twisty puzzles that have come out after that. So I hope this was sort of interesting, Brian. I would love to see what your top 5 favorite puzzle categories are. I hope you liked the video, and I look forward to your video tomorrow. Have a good night.